All right, everyone. So we are back out in Steve's shop. We are back out in Steve's shop and gonna put the heads on. Valve springs. Well, we didn't swap out the valve springs as you saw in the last video because they wouldn't fit on. And I was told that these should be good. But over here, got the new head gaskets. I got really delayed because the other ones that I got, they were bent when they came in. It turns out they're still usable after talking to some other guys and asking their opinion on it. But I already had new ones ordered, so got the new ones. So let's get these heads on. All right, if I remember correctly, one of these was already opened a little bit. There it is. So I just called my mechanic friend of mine, and he said to not use any RTV on the head gaskets whatsoever. And considering that he's built a couple race motors, I'm inclined to believe him. But what side's supposed to be up top though? Probably this one. Nope. This one probably goes on this side. Oh, this one doesn't have it on either side. Doesn't have the blue paint. Now, how am I gonna do this? Ooh. Oh, I forgot how heavy it was. This is gonna suck. Okay, those long bolts go through the center. Some nice aluminum heads would have been nice. Oh wait, I forgot. I was told that I'm supposed to get the ends, the thread parts of the head bolts in oil. So we'll just dip them in our little oil bath here we got going on. So I just noticed this. The reason why this one's like a ½ inch longer is because it goes right here. All your other bolts are recessed in, and for some reason this one's up on a little hill, and that's why this one's longer. This one looks like it has to go in here. I'm gonna redip this one, and we'll just put it in here like butter. And then, you know, just keep dipping them in. I was told to dip them in the oil so then it lubricates the threads and they go in much easier. There's another reason too, but I forgot what it was. Now, as for the short ones that go on the edge, on the outside edge, it doesn't look like those are all that different. It looks like they're all the same. So you shouldn't have much issue with those. I can slightly hear the air rushing out because the oil's creating a seal and the bolt is creating a tighter spot. All right, let's get this other head up on here. find the tabs, find the tabs. Okay, we're not finding the tabs like that. Ooh. There we are. Now let's get that long one in first. And so on and so forth. You already watched all the bolts with that one, so you know what that's like. So I'll cut back when that's done. So after a quick Google search, it turns out that the head bolts are supposed to be torqued to 85 pounds. Well, a couple things. Since I'm reusing these, if you're doing the same, I was told that you should add an extra 5 pounds, which is what I'm gonna do. Makes sense, the head bolts get stretched, so you gotta stretch them a bit more to make up for the difference. So if you're reusing the head bolts, extra 5 pounds. Or like what we did with Steve's Honda, if you're reusing the main head bolts and adding boost, add an extra 5, maybe an extra 10. But anyway, that's besides the point. Also, what you should do is what they recommend is do it in stages. So look up a torque pattern or a bolt down pattern. I might throw one up here in the video, like maybe right there or somewhere. So like I said, you should do it in stages. 30, 60, and then 85. Actually, 340s and 360s, they Summit themselves say you should do 95. But this is a 318, so they say 85, so I'm gonna go 90, nice middle ground. But yeah, 30, 60, and then I'm gonna go 90 to finish it off. So, let's torque it down. So according to the video I saw, which it was for a Dodge Dart head, but it makes sense though, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's how we'll do it. All right, now we up it to 60. And lastly, 90. Jeez. Was I recording that too?
Yeah.
Awesome.
The dick part, or the dickhead part of me was gonna throw like a whole thing of firecrackers over there.
Oh, jeez.
So I could jump, but I didn't.
Yeah, I think that would have spilled the oil I've got over here everywhere.
I seen him when we were down in Indianapolis, and then I just found him at Joust yesterday.
How much was it? Like $20 for a pack of 6?
$11 for a 6-pack, I think.
Awesome. Now that those are all torqued down, they say to go over them, you know, in just any way you feel like, just to make sure they're all good. So we'll do that right now. All right. Now, even though I just did all these, you'd think I'd remember the order I'm supposed to do them in, but since I have the memory of a goldfish, I don't. So I'm gonna leave this up here, and we're gonna go over all these again. I think I was recording midway through that. Okay, now we up it to 60. 90. Now to check them. There. On to the next thing. Next, we're about to get really dirty again because I gotta lube up the camshaft a little bit more for the lifters to ride on, as well as the holes they go into. So we'll knead this up. And I'm gonna set you guys down somewhere so you can get a better view. I'm gonna do the rest of these off camera. Now with everything all lubed up, let's drop the lifters in. Go dunking for apples, and hopefully I don't drop the camera in. Well, that ain't right. They don't line up right. Well, at least get all the timing stuff in, or the valve stuff in, so then at least all that's in. So let's get all that in. All right, let's crack into this bag of push rods here. So that's how the oil gets up on them. Get them nice and slick, and then you just drop them in there. Are they supposed to be that loose? Let me call a friend. So, it turns out this is all right, but that isn't. So, after I get all this, the valve stuff on, we're gonna have to figure out how to readjust this cam, because this will break the car instantly. But at least I don't need to lube these up, so we'll just put that there, this one there, this one in there, this one there, this one there, this one there. This one there, this one there, this one there. There's a hole. This one there, 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 and there. All right. Now, I don't think these are directional. Oh, they might be. Hopefully it doesn't matter too much if they're dirty. Yeah, okay, so this one goes there, or this one goes around town. Yeah, here we are. This one's all clean, so it's all ready. Nope, nope, that's not good. Oh, what size is this? Well, before we do that, we can always just put on the other one. Alright, let's find what size that sock, or what size that bolt. Oh wait, no, I can't put that on. Because I have to clean that surface. Sand, 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 sand. Sand, 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 sand. I think that one's all cleaned up. Now we can put this on. Way too big. There we are. Is that going in? No, it's not. Of course it's not. That would make it too easy. Why would it go in? Oh, and look what that does. You know what? I'm gonna back these off. Or I'm just gonna make them like that. Just so now I'm not breaking those lifters. Well, actually, we can put them in a couple threads. Come on! There. So you can stay there. And I don't know if I want to continue working tonight because mosquitoes are coming out. I already got bit once and it's bugging me. Huh, pun not intended. So let's come back tomorrow. So we are back with day 2. Turns out I discovered last night when I put the cam in, it's actually too far back, so some of these lifters, actually all of them, are sitting on 2 lobes. So I gotta take all this apart, which even though it's only like 3 parts, is a lot more painful than it sounds because this is pressed on and this won't move. If this doesn't move, well, this ain't gonna move because that won't move. So I'm probably gonna I'm gonna fix that issue off camera because it'll be boring and you guys won't have to deal with it, and I can actually listen to the music I want instead of copyright free stuff, which is gonna be a good motivator to get this done, because copyright free stuff is kind of boring and kind of sucks. So I will come back when it's fixed. So that was actually a really simple fix. I kind of wish I was recording it because like it was really simple. All I did is I originally loosened the 2 bolts that hold the camshaft retainer plate in there. Turns out I didn't even need to do that because I pulled this forward, which moved the whole camshaft forward. Yeah, as you can see, it's all lined up the way it's supposed to be. When I did that, I also put in the oil pump drive gear, and it almost went in there. Well, when I pulled the camshaft forward and turned it, it just fell right into place, which then kind of held the camshaft generally where it's supposed to be. Well, after that, I pulled it all the way forward and jammed something in the cam and the block and just tapped it on the rest of the way with the butt of a hammer, like the wooden handle. Because as I'm looking at it, this is the eccentric, and I didn't notice it had a notch for the keyway. So now, in theory, this off-center little doodad fits right on there exactly how it's supposed to be. So I'm gonna bolt that back on, and we'll get this all torqued down, and that'll be the video. So after doing a little bit of research, it says here that, and by the way, they use the Summit as a source, so it's pretty much Summit saying that these need to be 17 foot-pounds. So grab our 1/2-inch socket, which that's what this is. And real quick, we'll just snug these down. That is threading in, right? Yeah, there we are. Let's spec this out. Oh, got a shop toad. Most people have shop cats and dogs. We got a toad. Grab our torque wrench here. And we will set it to, okay, so that's 10, so this would be 17. I don't think there's a specific way to do these. Okay, there's that one. And 17 is actually quite a bit. Now for the other side. All right. I kind of want to go through and just double check all of these. Alrighty, how does it turn over now? Let's see how all the valves act. Because, yep, I can still spin these. That's so cool, seeing everything move in sync and working as it should. So that'll be it for this video. In the next one, we'll be painting some more stuff, mainly the timing cover and brackets, water pump, pulleys. You know, most of the stuff's going to go on the face of the motor, and then the whole motor itself is going to get another coat, so it gets stuff like here that I missed, or here, or back here. So, you know, it's upper stuff that I missed when the block was upside down. Hi, Noonie. So, stick around. Remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. Check out the playlist, or maybe whatever YouTube recommends you should see. A lot of good stuff on this channel, and more to come soon. And like I said, share it so other people can see this, and subscribe to see where this hot rod build goes. So, see you in the next one. And remember, save them, don't scrap them.